61% of the budget goes towards public safety, paying police, firefighters. You know, the city is facing a deficit. Do you plan on increasing, decreasing, or keeping that budget the same?
Well, the first thing is that we're not going to cut any police or firefighter budget. We're not going to go there. And let me tell you, given the circumstances, it looks like we might have to increase it. So, we will fund fire and police first.
Got it. How do you think that'll affect crime?
Well, hopefully it'll diminish crime, but it's not just about funding, it's also about all the other ancillary issues that are happening. You know, we need to get tough on crime. I can't control the DA, but I can certainly speak on behalf of the people. You know, the DA has to get serious on crime. We also have to make sure that we look into preventative measures. You know, youth programs. We have to make sure that we look at the department itself, morale. We have to look at mental health issues. You know, we have a very bad situation with suicide rates. So there are a lot of issues that are involved in that. But community policing is extremely important. Safe officer program, I'd like to expand that.
Got it. When it comes to the SAPD and acquiring technology, them trying to get technology to fight crime, what will you do to help them acquire the technology that they would like?
Look, if we don't keep up with technology, we're going to get, we're going to fall behind. So I would be extremely supportive of the police department and the firefighters, not just the police, but also the firefighters, to have the technology they need to be able to communicate, to be able to predict crime, all those things that are required in order to do a great job, because we have to operate at peak performance, both at the fire department and police department.
Got it. And then let me just grab my questions here. Yeah, and then when it comes to communication with disabled individuals, that was brought up during the debate.
Yeah.
Let's say the San Antonio Fire Department says they have sign language interpreters. Mm-hmm. You know, what are your thoughts on that situation?
Look, we have a disabled daughter. The disabled community needs help. I am all in helping the disabled community, not only in helping them perhaps find employment, but satisfying whatever their needs are. And some of those needs are communications. We have to make sure that we have infrastructure. And most importantly, we have to make sure that we have the jobs for them so they can continue to become productive citizens and improve that lot in life for them. You know, my wife and I have been advocates for the disabled community for many, many years. And you'll see that in me as mayor. In us, because Laura will also participate in that.
Got it. So maybe expanding some programs, maybe?
Expanding programs, looking for funding, going to Austin, going to Washington, advocating, lobbying for laws to be changed, because there's still a lot of policy out there that does not favor the disabled, and I will help change it.
Got it. Let's move on. And then, what are your top concerns in public safety? What do you think about when you think about public safety?
Our image to the outside world, I want to make sure people see San Antonio as a safe community, but most importantly, I want to know that our residents feel safe in this community, that they are safe in this community, and we have a lot of work to do there. Crime might have come down from a certain peak to now, but it's the perception, and it's the feeling of insecurity that we have to get rid of. But look, we've got property crime, we have violent crime. We lost 4 tourists last year downtown, murdered. So we've got a lot of work to do, and I look forward to working with our police chief, the police department, and also the fire department, because those are first responders. They need all the support that we can give them. I want this community to feel safe, but most importantly, to be safe.
Got it. Are there anything specifically within public safety, like maybe retention of workers? Maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, we have to make sure that we continue to recruit good officers. We're short. From what I understand is we're having trouble recruiting, and I don't blame people who don't want to be officers anymore, because for the longest time, especially since we took a knee to defund the police and all those ridiculous things that we did in the past, they've really eroded the confidence in the police department, which is completely unfair. We have to make sure that we work with our police, and our firefighters and ensure that they're happy. I want happy police officers coming to work. I want them to feel appreciated. I want them to get compensated what is fair. And I also want to be able to help them with their struggles, most importantly, mental health.
Got it. And very last question. When it comes to, 1 second here. When it comes to funding for the neighborhood and housing services that make affordable housing, would you increase, keep the same, or decrease it concerning deficit?
Well, affordable housing is a top priority. I'd have to look at the budget. You know, we have to make sure, especially with this projected deficit, we have to make sure that we're funding our core services first. But that doesn't mean that affordable housing is going to get left aside. I will make sure that we continue to fund it, but I also need to have a better understanding of what the budget looks like, because we have to focus on priorities and not preferences.
Got it. So you're not sure yet if you would increase it?
No,
you'd
not
have
at
to
all.
talk to the departments, community members, things like that?
The only thing I'll commit to right now is fire and police. We're not going to cut any funding there.
You might increase it, you said.
And I'm certainly thinking we're going to have to increase it. We're a growing city. We're playing catch up. We're short on officers and firefighters. Firefighters are overworked and underpaid. So yes, top priority. That is the commitment I'm making right now. Outside of that, with everything else, we'll have to take a look at the budget and then take a look at, where we can make adjustments.
Thank you so much.
All right, you got
That's it.